David McPhail's Animals A to Z. This is an ABC book that shows animals that start with the different letters of the alphabet. In the illustrations, you'll find other things that also start with the same letter as the animals. So see if you can hunt and find those in the pictures as I read. A. A makes the sound A, and it can also make other sounds like A or Ah. The animals that start with A are ant and armadillo. Can you find other things that start with the letter A? Like they might start with the sound A or A or Ah. The letter B makes the B sound, like bear and bird. Can you find the bear and the bird? Can you find other things that start with the sound B? Letter C makes the sound K, like cricket, crocodile, and crow. Did you find those? Can you find other things that start with the K sound? The letter D makes the D sound, like dog and duck. Can you find other things that start with the D sound? The letter E makes the sound, but it can also make the E sound, like in eel, egret, or elephant. Can you find the eel, egret, and elephant? Can you find other things that start with the letter E? The letter F makes the F sound, like fish, fox, and frog. I bet you can find all those. Can you find other things that start with F? The G makes the G sound, like goose or gorilla. Can you find other things that start with the G sound? The letter H makes the H sound, like hedgehog and horse. I bet you can find the hedgehog and the horse, and I bet you can find other things that start with the H sound. The letter I makes the I sound. It can also make the I sound. It makes the I sound like iguana. Can you find other things that start with the I sound or the I sound? The letter J makes the J sound, like jaguar. Can you find something else that starts with the J sound? The letter K makes the K sound, like kangaroos. Can you find other things that make the K, that start with the K sound? The letter L makes the L sound, like ladybug and lion. Can you find other things that start with the L sound? The letter M makes the M sound, like moose and mouse. Can you find other things that start with the M sound? The letter N makes the N sound, like nightingale. Can you find the nightingale? That's a bird. Can you find other things that start with the N sound? The letter O makes the ah sound, like in owl. It can also make the O sound. Can you find things that start with the ah or O sound? The letter P makes the P sound, like porcupine. Can you find other things in the picture that start with the P sound? The letter Q makes the Q sound, like in quail. Can you find other things in the picture that start with the Q sound? The letter R makes the sound, like rabbit, rhinoceros, and robin. Can you find the rabbit, rhinoceros, and robin? Can you find other things that start with the sound? The letter S makes the S sound, like swan. Can you find anything else that makes the S sound in this picture? The letter T makes the T sound, like tiger and turtle. Find the other things in this picture that also have the T sound in them. The letter U makes the sound, like upside down catfish. It can also make the U sound, like in unicorn. See if you can find the upside down catfish and the unicorn and other things that start with the or U sound. The letter V makes the V sound, like vulture. There are other things in this picture that also start with the letter V, and you can hear the V sound at the beginning. What can you find? The letter W makes the W sound, like walrus, whale, and wolf. Can you find them? And can you find other things that start with W? The letter X makes the X sound when it's in the middle of words. Sometimes it also makes other sounds, like when it's at the beginning of the word. It can make a Z sound, like xenops. That's the kind of bird. Maybe you can find something else that has the X sound in it. The letter Y makes the Y sound, like in yak. Can you find anything else that starts with the Y sound? The letter Z makes the Z sound, like in zebra. Can you find anything else that starts with the letter Z? Now here's a list of some things that the author thinks are in each of the pictures. Your adult might like to read those to you, and you could look at this video again and see if you can find some of those things. I bet you already found a bunch of them. I guess they didn't find any other X things. The end.